Hey, everybody. I am so glad that you've decided to join us and watch this video with us today. This is an interesting subject. We tend to have a little bit of a harder time with this one. So, what we're going to do in a minute is we're going to spend some time wishing ourselves well. And that can be really difficult. Sometimes it can feel even easier to wish others well than it is to wish well for ourselves, right? Um, I talked in an earlier video about how we can get stuck in a negative feedback loop in our own brain where we start to tell ourselves things about no one likes you, I don't have any friends, I'm so awkward, I'm never gonna get this, I'm dumb. Like, anybody ever had that kind of narrative in their brain before? Because I have. And the more we say it, the more it can start to feel really believable. And so we have to start to rewire our brain because you can do that with neuroplasticity. Your brain can have the wiring changed, right? We can change how our brain makes pathways and connections. We can interrupt the connection between I think of myself and I think bad things. We can start to rewire that, start to undo that connection and build new ones where we don't think poorly of ourselves, where we think better about who we are and our gifts. It doesn't mean that we're never going to look at what happens and say, oh, I have room for improvement or I could have done that better. But we can stop getting into this negative feedback loop where we're hearing echoes all the time of how bad we are and how no one loves us. We get stuck in this just echo chamber of the mind, and we want to interrupt that. And you can start to do that by practicing saying kind things to yourself. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's what we're going to do is we're going to practice it, and it's kind of a fake it till you make it thing. The more you do it, the more you will start to rewire the brain and change how you view yourself by wishing yourself well. So we're going to do that. I want you to first imagine a beautiful cake, okay? Think about a birthday cake. And maybe if you don't like cake, think about a birthday pie or something. So picture a birthday cake just for you, whatever kind of cake you would want. The flavor of the cake itself, if there's any icing, what color the cake might be. Go ahead and picture that in your mind. You've got a beautiful cake in front of you. You're welcome to close your eyes and do this if you like. Beautiful. So I want you to imagine that on that cake, there are some candles, okay? And I have a prop for us because, why not? And this is the first time I have ever lit this candle before. So it's going to take it a second. I love this kind of candle. Again, for mindfulness sake, these kind of candles crackle on their own. So they have a nice sound. So if you ever want to meditate or focus the mind on something, these are great candles because they have that flickering kind of sound quality to it. And that may not be your thing, but I think it's really enjoyable. Ooh, got really hot for a second. Well, oh, there it is. So I've got my candle lit right now. Just for a visual, I want you to imagine that on your cake that we've just imagined in your head, that there's a candle on there. Maybe as many candles as you are old, or maybe not, but at least imagine one. And before we blow it out, we're going to send some good thoughts to ourselves. You know how you make a wish for your birthday and then you blow it out? Well, we're going to send some well wishes to ourselves. So I want you to right now, if you'd like to close your eyes, you certainly don't have to. I want you just to sit and think inwardly. Think about who you are. Picture yourself maybe as a child, as you were when you were a little kid, pure and innocent, a person worthy of love, curious, interested in the world. And we want to wish that child within us, we want to wish them well. We want to let that child know we're going to take care of them. We're going to protect them. And think about yourself as you grow up. Maybe as a teenager, if you're a teenager now, you can think about who you are now. If you're an adult, think about your teenage self. Figuring out the world, figuring out who you are, making mistakes, and also doing great things, achieving greatness, still figuring it out. We wish that well. We wish the teenager within us well. And then all the way to whoever you are right now, in this moment, today, where you are. for all the things that have ever happened to you, all the choices that you've made. They're all part of a journey. All part of the journey. We're just beings in a human experience, right? Just a being, a living being in a human experience. Maybe we've made choices we're not proud of. Maybe there have been things that have happened to us that make us feel hurt or angry. That's okay. That's part of being in that human experience, is that we're going to encounter things that hurt. And it does hurt. But all of that aside, let's take a second to wish ourselves well. Picture yourself in every phase, every age, all of those aspects of who you are, the things that you like, the things that have made you who you've become, the things that have happened to you, the friends you've made, the times you've laughed, the times you've been sad. All of that makes up who we are. So let's send some well wishes to that person. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I forgive myself. May I see my life as a journey. May I let the love that's within me shine. May I stand with pride in the things I have accomplished. May I be confident to show who I am without fear. And may I have the strength to use my gifts to improve myself and the world around me. Isn't that a great wish? Now imagine that you've blown out your candle. Nice deep breath in and blow it out. Beautiful. Let me say this too. If you have a small child that you live with or that you work with or that you would want to do this with, I know that's kind of a higher level thing. This is also a great just breath exercise. You can have a kid imagine that they're picturing a cake, lots of candles on it. You don't have to get, too involved, but just breathing in nice and deep through the nose and then blowing out the candles. This is great because instead of sighing all the air out, they're controlling the breath and breathing it out. Let's do that one more time together. I think that would be helpful. Go ahead, let all the air out. Breathe in. Well wishes to ourselves and blow out the candles. Nice controlled exhale. Let's do that again together. Breathing in. Wishing ourselves well. And blow out the candles. And let's do one more. Breathing in. Going to encounter this day with love and compassion, forgiving ourselves, and breathing out. Isn't that lovely? Again, that's something even a small child could do, but honestly, it's for everyone. You could be 9 years old, 99 years old, practicing sending good thoughts to ourselves or good thoughts to others and imagining a candle in your mind. It's a beautiful imagery to have as we practice our mindfulness. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you are well.